Hey guys, xVanReaperx here. Wow, it's the end of my first quarter, guys. It's been a long run in school for me. Um, I want to start off by introducing myself to any of you watching my video who does not know me. My name is xVanReaperx, and I, for now, just post Halo Reach videos and do commentate over them. It's like a hobby, something to do, you know, with my time and stuff like that. And I apologize in advance for my voice. It's a little crackly and my head hurts, so I'm a bit sick. And doing commentary when you're sick isn't the best thing to do, but hey, it has to be done. It gots to be done. I got some one flag capture here from Halo Reach and one of the new maps that came out with the Noble map pack, I believe it's called. And excuse me. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Nothing spectacular really goes on in this game, but I wanted to talk about something this commentary, something that's a little more sensitive, if you will. I wanted to talk about love, guys, because I don't know, it seems to be something that people don't exactly engage in conversation about because I don't know, a lot of people are sensitive on the topic. You know, maybe they don't understand it, or maybe it doesn't lie in what they believe is the definition of love, you know. But it's just something, yeah, I'm just gonna give my little 2 cents on it, I guess to say. Well, anyways, I'm sorry. Whoa, that was terrible. I apologize, guys. Anyway, like, I'm trying to think of where to begin here. Ooh. Let me begin with a question. What do you guys believe is love in terms of yourselves? You know, I know this might lead to some arguments here and there, but what do you guys believe is love? You know, in my life, you know, love has been, you know, love for my family, love for my friends, and love for girls that I've, you know, been in relationships with and things like that. Because you know, that's what I do. I love, and that's what I've always been doing. All I can really do is love, to be honest. Like, I've never really truly been mad at a person unless they've done something very unjust. And I don't exactly have high anger. I'm very mellow, very laid back, so I love people in that sense. But the love that I'm talking about right now is like in a relationship type of love. I mean, for me, there is no preference for a girl. You know, I don't want this really super attractive woman. You know, I don't know. It's hard to describe. You know, the entire topic is hard to talk about, but for me in general, it's more so like, you know, as long as she has a great personality and she's not messed up in the head and she's a nice girl, I have no problem with it. I love her all the same, you know. And sure, there are a lot of people out there who don't want to get back into relationships because of, you know, past relationships that have been bad and have really, I guess, quote unquote, ruined them. But that's not a real legitimate reason to just give up on it, you know? I mean, come on, we're on Earth with how many people? How many human beings? I mean, come on, guys. If one girl, you know, hasn't satisfied you, there's another girl out there to do so. Don't be ignorant towards yourself, you know? Same thing with you, any girls who are watching this video. Don't be ignorant towards yourself. You know, I'm not trying to play love guru here. I'm not trying to tell you that you're wrong and I'm right. No, none of that at all. Just telling you that go out there and try your best at things, you know. Don't just give up on one. There's always more. There's always more there for you. Well, anyway, tomorrow I'm going to be heading on the train to head back to New York. Well, most likely by the time this video is uploaded, I'll be in New York with my family for the holidays, so I don't know. It's gonna be one hell of a trip. Well, my roommate's on the train with me too, so it's gonna be fun. It's gonna be fun. But anyway, off that tangent. I always go on tangents in my videos. Yeah, like, I mean, a lot of things nowadays affect definition of love. I mean, it's completely different than back in the day. Back in the day, you can be, as long as you were a gentleman, really, and I guess you had a spot of money on you, you can, a lot of girls would be attracted to you, you know. As long, and then that was back when it was good to have, you know, respect, be respectful, and have dress well, and have, like, you know, manners. I mean, me personally, I'm more of like the traditional romantic kind of guy. I'm not really like the kind of guy who goes out and flirts with a bunch of girls and things like that. That's not my MO. I'm more so the traditional guy. You know, flowers and chocolate and things like that. But I'm not gonna get too much into that. What kind of? I mean, if there's any of you agreeing with me, like on terms of you know, what you believe love is in a way, even though I haven't really said too much, but if you agree with me in any way, then you know, put it in the comment section. You know, don't be afraid to chat here, and don't worry. Hopefully there won't be any arguments started. Really. I mean, what will you argue about? I mean, let's see here. There's only two things, I guess, that I have a problem with nowadays. One of which is the concept of just like love only through sex, that kind of thing. And don't get me wrong, you know, that comes for another time, you know, in a relationship, but you know, there's more to it, you know, and a lot of people don't believe that, surprisingly. For myself, I believe that, you know, if things really kick off, that's when that can come into play. I mean, not before or after, or, I mean, I'm not saying that I'm not a guy, not that I don't desire that thing, it's just, you know, sometimes you gotta put it off for a little later. Excuse me. Ooh. But,
1 minute remaining.
yeah, and I have another question for you guys. Do you think it's also a regional thing? I mean, my friends and I have spoken about this before. Do you think just like the way love is portrayed, or the way people fall in love is like, you know, it depends on where you're from, like what region you're from or whatnot? Because I can guess. I honestly think it does. You know, depending on the culture and the country you come from. I mean, here in America, we are the concept of love here has changed so drastically. Like especially amongst people in my age group. I'm 18 years old, and you know, a lot of people in my age group, if not the group under us or the group before that, I think it's one of those three. They have definitely gotten the concept of love a bit screwed up, to be honest. And I don't believe they know, you know, how to handle it. It's like a lot of them you know, jump into a relationship expecting, okay, I like this girl or guy, and then, you know, hopefully things will end up fine between us, and later, next you know, a week and a half later, they're having arguments, and then the week and a half after that, they're done for. Next you know, next relationship, this person, you know, is a total bitch to the person that who's new in the relationship with that person, and it's not his or her fault. It's just the fact that their last relationship supposedly messed them up. Well, in my opinion, you should never let a relationship mess you up. You should never let that happen. You know, keep moving. You know, I understand. Trust me, I would understand if you love that previous person so much that you don't even want to move on. Trust me, I would understand that. But sometimes it's best to just keep going, because you never know, that person is possibly more messed up than you were. Like one example of, I mean, like our generation's a little off topic when it comes to love, is like an example would be in music. I mean, how many kids nowadays listen to Katy Perry, Gaga, or Nicki Minaj? You know, they're not bad artists at all. You know what I mean? I'm not a particular fan of theirs, but I'm not against them either. I'm not like against their music either. I'm just not a fan of their music. But there are a lot of kids out there who listen to their songs, and you know, those lyrics stay in their head about, you know, sleeping around and leaving guys and things like that. I mean, correct me if I'm wrong on that. You know, I'm not trying to say that's exactly what they're saying about, but as far as I know, that's what I've been getting from their songs, and a lot of kids listen to that stuff, and it makes you kind of wonder, you know, where are we going with the concept of love nowadays? You know what I mean? Personally, I'm gonna try, if I have, when I do have a son, you know, God willing, I have a son, I will honestly excuse me, I would honestly tell him, you know, teach him in the way, like in the manner of getting into a relationship, you know, like a proper manner of doing it. Because even there's no rule book behind it, but there's no proper, and I understand there's no proper way of doing it exactly, but there's a right way of doing it and a wrong way, and I want to teach him the right way. You know, I want him to know, like, you know, so he doesn't get as hurt as I did when it was my time to learn. Trust me, those were the bad days. But I know that plenty of you out there possibly have had relationships that just made you completely angry and give up with the entire thing, you know. I mean, let's see. I know a couple friends of mine who have broken up with a boy, you know, because despite me being a guy, I do have a really large amount of, listen to me, my brain is broken right now. I have a wide, oh my god, excuse me guys. I have a lot of female friends, and a lot of the guys that go out with douchebags. You know, those guys that care mostly about themselves and don't really care much about the girls that they're with. But they have to, you know, I've been telling them that, you know, you can't really go for this guy or whatever, but you know, it's a guy they want to they want to be with, and you know, who am I to tell them to leave him for anything? I'm just here as a friend trying to, you know, give my support, but if they believe that this is the guy they want to be with, I can't tell them otherwise, because that's who their heart is set on. I can only, you know, give them tips for how they're gonna feel if something breaks off, and 9 times out of 10 they usually do break up, and the girls, my friends are always telling me, okay, I don't believe in I don't want to get into another relationship, I just want to party and hang out with my friends and stuff like that. And that's another thing, I don't know what it is about just partying right after you get into a relationship. I don't know why why a lot of girls feel like they're being deprived of fun when they're in a relationship, or if they're being hurt in some way, but you know, like their social life is being hurt because they're in a relationship. I never really caught on to that. And if anybody here can, you know, give me a reason why it's legitimate to be a lot more rebellious when you're in a relationship. I mean, when you're out of a relationship, you know, there shouldn't be any legitimate reason for that. I mean, let's see here. I would say maybe 5 out of 10, half and half. You know, there are maybe, you know, half the girls that I know are, excuse me, half the girls that I know are really in tune with their lives. You know, they know what they want to do. They're going to school for, you know, they're going to school to be a nurse, excuse me, or doctor, or even game developers. I have girls who are going to school. I have girls, listen to me. I have friends who are going to college to be to work in gaming, and they know where their heads are. And then I know other girls who sleep around and who, you know, I don't know, end up in situations they don't really need to be in, and you know, those are the worst type of places to be. You know, you're gonna, I mean, honestly, I guess it depends. And not to lie, the girls who have been partying and sleeping around, they were some of the ones I was speaking about when who were in I guess corrupted relationships or so. But then again, those weren't anything. There's nothing built on those relationships mutually. It's mostly for sexual attraction, I believe, and things like that. But enough on that, because I don't really want to share too much of that with you guys right now. But you know, I don't know. I mean, is there? I didn't really come prepared for this commentary. I've been preparing so many things for my trip tomorrow. So I want to ask you guys, you know, if you can leave me a comment in the comment section, you know, or just, you know, leave a comment in the comment section, and in your comment just leave your belief on love. And even if you don't have a belief on love, even if you don't want to have a belief on love, you know, or you don't want to share, leave your belief on how you feel love is today. If it's changed, if it's the same, if it's better, if it's worse, you know, leave something like that in the comment section. I mean, it's something crazy today. just the whole concept of love is just crazy. I mean, it's one of the most complicated things to even think about. And well, right now I'm not even feeling well, so I can't really think too much about it. But usually, I would give a good outlook on it. I mean, I'm not 100% the best guy to come to for that type of thing, but when it comes to, I guess, experience, I don't know. I guess I am a better guy to go to for advice. Not experience. I said experience, didn't I? I'm a better guy to go to for advice rather than ask, to fix a relationship or something. You'd be surprised how many people would ask other people to help them stay in the relationship with a boy or a girl that they're going out with, and that is there's a lot of pressure on me, especially when it happens to me. But there's a lot of pressure on everyone when people do that. But I mean, when you're in a relationship and it's coming to that point, people get desperate, and especially the person who wants to remain in that relationship, it gets desperate, And for another video, I'll talk a little more about this, but video's coming to a close here. Try to snipe this guy. There we go. Video's coming to a close here. I don't know. I'm just like out of it right now. Well, guys, I think I'm gonna leave now. Listen to me. I think I'm gonna cut my commentary short here because I'm falling asleep on myself and I am not feeling well. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please rate, comment, and subscribe. Please comment, guys. I want to start to get to know some of the people who watch these videos. So if it's okay with you guys, at least. And I guess I'll catch you guys later. xVanReaperx out.